Hi, I'm Chase Roberts, a interior detailer, world traveler, and a yoga teacher. All of that is a lot. My life is a lot. I'm a lot, and that's okay because your 20s is going to be confusing. It's going to be fun. It's going to be whatever you want your 20s to be, or any point in your life that you decide that you want to change. So I'm in the middle of rebranding my entire life. And that is a huge identity crisis for me. It's been probably a couple years in the progress, but this year has been a huge, so much has gone on in this year, and huge momentum has picked up for me. And I'm just going to talk about some habits, some things I'm doing to help rebrand my life and help figure out my 20s as I go, because I don't have it figured out. I keep changing my mind. I keep doing new things. So this is just kind of an update for myself, but maybe for anyone else that is also stuck in their 20s or confused about where they're heading next, or maybe you want to completely do a 180 in your life, I'm here to tell you that it's 100% possible because I'm in the middle of it. So let's go back a couple of years, was when I decided to take a trip out west. I'm in Canada, so that's out to BC. And so I quit my job. I was serving for almost 6 years, and I was like, I want something different. So I quit and I lived in my truck for 2 months. That was great. That was amazing. I didn't find any more answers than I thought. I didn't find any answers there. So anyways, I come back home and I work another year at this restaurant that I'm working at, and I realize I'm like, this is still not what I want to do. So I quit with nothing lined up. I had bought a new car. I had done all these things that I needed money for, but I had quit not knowing what I was going to be doing. Fast forward to now, I own an interior detail business for cars. I became a yoga teacher, and I'm still traveling the world, and I'm planning to go to Australia. So that is a huge change for me, so much, and I didn't even think it was possible. But I'm going to tell you a few things how I got here and how I made it possible without even thinking I could do it. So when I quit, I actually had nothing lined up. I had no idea what I was doing. So I took some time off. I feel like if you are wanting to do a 180 in your life, you need to take some time to breathe. You're probably working really hard in the job you're in right now, or doing stuff that is just filling your life, and you don't even have time to sit and think with your own thoughts, or what is it that you really want? So I took a few months off, and it was winter time, so I could kind of live off of my savings for a bit and really just think about what is next for me. And I loved yoga, and it's something that I love doing, and I was like, why not go further it? And so I became a yoga teacher, and that was the best thing I did to learn more about myself. So first of all, identify your hobbies. What do you love doing? And I was thinking about what would I love to do that I would do for free. And so yoga was one of those things where I'm like, I know that I love yoga, and I know that this is something that could be a potential for my next job. So I went out and I explored my options. So if there's a hobby that you love, go explore the options that might be available. Could you volunteer doing something? Could you put yourself out there more? There's lots of things that are out there that you could do to get into doing something that you love doing. So once I got my yoga teacher training, I came back home, also still lost and confused, but I kept going. The main thing is you just got to keep showing up. So I kept showing up for myself, even though I had no idea what was next for me. So I started teaching yoga, and it's now winter time, so I don't really have much income coming in because I'm only teaching yoga a couple times a week. So I've definitely had to trust the process at this point. And at this point, I start posting every single day on my Instagram. I am so scared to show up on my Instagram. I'm so scared to go live. I am just so scared to even post on Instagram, which is so weird. But it's also not. It's a fear for a lot of people, and I realize that. So I've really gotten over my fear of speaking to the camera, showing up, and being so authentic to myself. Because I used to stop myself from posting because I thought it wasn't perfect enough. It wasn't good enough. And somebody would judge me for it. And I realized that's not true. And if people are judging, they don't need to be watching your video. Move on. So I learned so quickly things that I could post online, and I really made a goal to myself that I was going to post every single day. And I have. It's now August, so we're in, almost 8 months of posting every single day, which is crazy because I was so scared to post in January. And I do all sorts of content on my page about my 20s. I was worried that I had to niche down, but I was just I'm going to do whatever I want on my page. And it's been amazing. It's been fun. It's been something that I enjoy. Before, I put a lot of pressure on myself to make things that would do well on Instagram. And the main thing is to do stuff that you love doing. And so I really create videos that I like to do and the things that I enjoy doing. I like hiking, I like nature, I like yoga, I like cars. There's so much to me, so why not post it all on my Instagram? So that fast forward into my next journey of detailing when I started it up in March, and I was like, this is a great way to make some extra cash. And it kind of turned into its own full-blown business. So anything that you have a hobby or side hustle, you can turn into your own little business. And I really didn't want to go back to working for somebody else when I've created so much freedom already. So I just kept going. I started to make an Instagram page for that account. I started creating advertisements, reaching out to people that I would maybe think would need their car cleaned. And I really just started showing up for myself and continuing to take care of myself along the way. So how I got into this energy, this high state all the time, I really had to take care of my health and listen to my body all the time. And you learn that a lot in yoga. And so I showed up at the gym the days that I did not want to show up to, and I stretched. I took rest days. The biggest thing was taking rest days to slow down and like come back to yourself and like connect. So by taking some days to just like unwind and like walk and hike and do things I love brings you back into this high state energy because you were excited for life. There was a point in my life where I slept into bed until like 4:30 p.m. and would go to my shift at 5 p.m. and I was not excited for life. So I can say now, like, I love my life. I'm working towards things. I have big goals, big dreams, and I'm here to share my story. So it is 1000% possible to change your life and how you think in a few years, even tomorrow. It's literally just a mindset, mind shift change. That's all you got to do. I know it sounds so simple, but taking care of my health was such a big shift for me. So I made time. I made the gym a non-negotiable. And the days that I didn't go to the gym, I made hiking or walking or doing something that I really love to bring up my mood and to keep me like happy when the days get tough when I'm doing my business or it's a long car detail, whatever it is. I just promise that I'm going to do something fun for myself. And that helps me to get through the day. So now I'm in my next phase of my life of like, okay, so we've made it through almost summertime. What's winter gonna look like? Because I don't know what winter will look like when I'm detailing. I am not gonna do that in the winter time. So my next big dream and goal is to go to Australia. So I'm in my 30-day Delulu challenge, which is 30 days where you do the most delusional actions to get to the next version of yourself, to like quantum leap your life. And so I'm in the middle of that, and I'm posting every single day on YouTube because I've proven to myself I can do that on Instagram. So this is my next venture of showing up, making longer videos to help people on my YouTube, even if they aren't perfect, even if I don't have time. Today is 8 p.m. and I'm like, I gotta get this video done and uploaded, and that's it. Showing up messy, showing up when I don't want to, just showing up and getting it done is such a big thing to keep you going, to get the ball rolling, is just continuing to do these little habits, these little steps along the way. And so August is going to be my month. I'm showing up for myself, and whoever is going to join along the way is going to be amazing. But I really hope to grow my audience on both my social media platforms. And to go to Australia, I have no idea what to do. I'm in the middle of figuring out how I can sell my car to have a little bit more cash and to not have car payments. I'm looking to apply to get my visa to go to Australia, while also still trying to run my detail business and figure out when I'm teaching yoga and take care of my health. There's so much that's going on in my head, and I feel like this is the best place to just get it out and maybe help some people along the way, you know, like just be here to share my journey, show you that I don't have it figured out and that I'm also just as lost. But I'm enjoying every single step of the way, and we're figuring it out every day. And so really just put your goals out there that you want. Whatever it is, it could be so crazy to you. Because in my head, Australia 3 years ago was never in my mind. Like, I want to go live there for 6 months in the wintertime by myself, which is so crazy because I would never think that I would be able to do that. And even now, I'm figuring out financially, like, how am I going to do this? And I'm like, I'm just going to keep taking little baby steps every single day, creating little habits for myself, and continuing to show up and be the most real version of me every single day. This is me getting ready to go to bed, and that's okay. Like, you don't have to be perfect all the time to get your message across, to share your voice, to show up for yourself. And so I really have found habit stacking so helpful, which I learned from Atomic Habits. Atomic Habits was that book, is amazing. And so it's just really about stacking habits on top of each other. Like if I'm driving to the gym in the morning, I play my affirmations in the car. And then I get to the gym, I do my stretching at the gym. Like there's so many things you can kind of pack into your day when you're intentional with your time. So those are just a few goals that I've set for myself. And those are a few habits. I'm going to continue to look after my health, cook healthy meals, go to bed early. That's been such a struggle for me. And I've really been trying to get off my phone and only post my content and not doom scroll and taking so much other content out there. So that is what my month of August looks like. We have 30 days to like get our life together. I'm really working on my finances. I've been that person to ignore their money for a long time. I'm always a big spender. In some ways, I've always made decent money. So I've always like spent a lot of it, I think. I don't know. I'm learning to work on some of my beliefs around money, and I'm really tracking all my income and my expenses to see where my money is going and where I can save a little bit of money to go to Australia, and where are some areas that I don't need to be spending that money, like subscriptions or everything like that. And honestly, bringing awareness to it is just the biggest step, I think. And so I'm going to be doing this for 30 days. So if you want to follow along on this 30-day Delulu challenge of me quantum leaping, changing my life, and rebuilding my entire identity, all you got to do is subscribe, and we'll see what the next 30 days has. And if you want to join me, that would be amazing. And let's quantum leap together. So thanks for watching.